Hi everyone, I'm Carmen Woodruff, the technology teacher at Ruth Fox Elementary and North Branch Middle School. My technology grant was for ozobot Evos. Ozobot Evos are app-connected robots. I use them to teach kids how to program using line coding with colors for code sequences. The ozobot sensors read the color codes and execute the code. There are various color codes for speed, direction, timers, fun moves like tornado spins, and counters. The EVOs can also be coded digitally using ozobot, and students are familiar with drag and drop coding. I faced a few challenges with our ozobots. The first was that I have 34 students in my rotations, but I only have 24 ozobot EVOs. This meant that students had to pair up and had to wait for their partner to try out their code sequence before they could try their own. Another challenge I had was the updating. Ozobots had to be updated frequently, and the updates had to be deployed individually. From there, I learned that you had to know the name of your ozobot to update it in the app. All 24 of my ozobots were named Ozobot. I quickly learned how to rename the ozobots individually, and this made updating much easier. Finally, the ozobot practice required a lot of paper. Every coding error meant they needed a new copy. It was then that I discovered computer labels. We cut old printer labels into strips. These strips then covered up their faulty code and let students fix their mistakes. It was a serious time saver. There's our fun little labels. Next, here's some images of our students practicing with our ozobots. And the first two here, they made their own code sequence that they were trying out. And this one, the first one, she's calibrating, and in the second, they're trying out a code sequence where they had to go from beginning to end. Here we've got some block coding and some practice with trying out tornado spins. And this, they're trying out the color coding sequence. This was more of a challenge. They had to start here and get to here by following color code sequences to spell out the word love. This was around Valentine's Day. So they could choose whichever letter they wanted, but they couldn't go back and repeat code. So they had to, for example, go through the L, find their way to the O, send their ozobot around to get down to here at the end to complete the challenge. When we got to the part where our students got to create their own code, they wanted to know if the ozobots could go up hills and whatnot, so we partnered with the middle school. And Mrs. Mitchell's class used their design software to create and 3D print some obstacles for our students. Here's an image of a tunnel they created. We learned that they really can't go up inclines, but they can go through tunnels perfectly well. Here's a video. Okay, so he's supposed to spell what? Love. Love. Okay, so there's the L.
I spelled it love. How do you get it? I think I finished. No, it's like I almost got it.
There's the V.
$30 bowling ball. Raise the code, idiot.
Excellent, excellent work. Okay, and here's another student video. This is a student-created maze. He had lots of turns and dips in there. And finally, I can't thank you guys enough for supporting our students through the technology initiative. It was a wonderful experience for my students to learn how to code in a hands-on manner. Thanks.